The figure shown is the graph of the function f of x equals 2x to the third plus 5x squared minus 28x minus 15. So that's the graph of the function right here. And we're going to use the points shown on the graph to find f of negative 2 and f of 4. Now this is something we've already done, so let's practice with this again. But before we even do that, I want you to know that this graph doesn't ever stop. And it won't, on your calculator, it won't show arrows, but you need to assume anytime you put a function into the graphing calculator, which we'll get to very soon, there are arrows on both ends of that graph. So let's find f of minus 2. And if I look at my function, and I go over to negative 2 and up to the point, we're going to say that that is about 45 for the y value. So f of negative 2 equals 45 because the point negative 2, 45 is on the graph of the function. Let's find f of 4. And that's this point right here. Well, if you can't see, these go by 20s on the y-axis and they go by 1s on the x-axis. So if I go over to 4 and then up, I'm at the point 80. So f of 4 equals 80, and the point 480 is on the graph of our function. Now, what is the domain of this function? Remember on the last example we had ending points on both ends, so we could tell what the domain was by just looking at the x values of those. Well, there is no ending point on these functions. This is going down to infinity, and it's also going left to infinity. And this part is going up to infinity, and it's going to the right to infinity. So our domain is all real numbers. And to write all real numbers in interval notation, you're going to use the symbol for infinity, which is a sideways 8. So our domain is from minus infinity to infinity because there is no leftmost point and no rightmost point. Now our range is the same, negative infinity to infinity, because there is no lowest point and there is no highest point, because the indicated arrows tell us it goes up forever and down forever.